Apple just introduced the Vision Pro, and this is a machine of, this is a computer in your eyes. And so you have to go to watch all the videos of the people talking about it and how great it is, so you have three things. You have AR, which is augmented reality, which is what you see plus stuff. So if you use your phone and you look at, and it gives you information, this is augmented reality. Virtual reality is when you put your headset and you go in a new world, right? And then you have what up, Frankie? And then you have MR, which is mixed reality, which is what this thing does. It's a mix of augmented reality and virtual reality. And this is what they call spatial computing, just like in Ready Player One. So the people who tested it say that what is crazy about it is that your whole system is controlled with your eyes, and you can just live in a world like this where you just put this headset and you can just go to the net and just listen. I imagine making music with my hands like this, being able to mix, or to listen, cutting episodes of Club Shada with just a timeline and being able to just with your hands, you can navigate, you can cut. This is very exciting. And for those who are skeptic about how it works with Apple, you have to understand the way why am I allergic to something? Anyway, I have to take my pill. Yeah. For those who understand the way Apple work, right? Yo, that's crazy. Imagine if you can have infinite desktops. The people who seen it say that it really looks like this. The people that people trust in, the MKBHD, all these people, they say that it works like this. So imagine so I don't care about this. Let me see. Learn more about apps. Apparently, when you look at the apps, or you can just look at them and then you do this with your hand, and boom. So it actually films what's outside of you, right? And mix this with a different a virtual reality of your so that thing is crazy. There was a thing where they show somebody watching a football game. Let me see. Yeah, imagine somebody's watching a game and when there's that's somebody playing a game. Now there was one when somebody is watching imagine you're watching a game, right? And as you're watching the game, you have information that is out of the screen, out of the game. This becomes crazy because, listen, and what people don't understand is that if you understand the way Apple do things, right? For those like me who were there for the first iPhone, for those like me who understand the way Apple operates and the way they innovate. Their innovation style is, first of all, they don't like to be first in the market. They like to wait for the market to be ready, for everybody to tell them they're late, for everybody, oh, 5G, oh, you're not in the 5G, da da da. Listen, they were in 5G 5 years after Samsung, and it didn't change nothing. Some people, they just want to be first, thinking it's going to change something. They see it different. They let everybody prepare the thing, and they just iterate. When they have the first iPhone, it didn't have 2G, it didn't have a camera, it didn't have a lot of things. And then they take like 10 years or maybe 4 years to turn it into the hits. iPhone 4 was when iPhone was starting to look nice and be nice and do nice things. And then the App Store and everything. And that when the revolution was. So when you look at this, imagine this is a little huge. So I think it costs 3,400 euros. But take this thing in 10 years, when it has the size of these glasses. Imagine that I have these glasses, and in these glasses you have the possibility to maybe not do what they do here, but do me a pair of glasses where inside I have let's say the time. Let's say just wearing these, I just have, listen, not even in color. If I have with glasses like this, I have what time it is, information about the stream. Let's say I have all the comments here, all your comments. I can see the comments going here, and I can see the time, how long I've been live, how many people are watching, if any problem with my live, etc. Let's say I'm on the bike, I'm driving my bike, and I can have the direction of where I'm going, and I have things that I'm telling me where I am and where I'm going, the map, etc. I don't even need color, just in black and white. So as you iterate and you start with one hollow product like this, you might arrive where this only costs like 500 euros. And now it becomes a mass product, and it changes the way everybody acts. And if you add on top of that what we just talked about, which is a chip in people's brain, now you have the possibility to control the internet and see in your eyes whatever information you want. But imagine, even without a chip, if I can have glasses where I can have any information I'm interested in. Listen, sometimes when we are at the show, and listen, my first song, Bounce Baby, was recorded in 1997. It was a hit in 1998. We are in 2023. I remember the first verse. Yo, is the worldwide Chico coming to your Caribbean CD and Pueblo, etc. Okay, I remember that. But don't ask me what is the third verse, because I have no clue. Because I don't even perform that song anymore. Now, let's say in 5 years, I celebrate my 30 years career anniversary. And I start my show with my classics. So I start with Bounce Baby. Bro, I don't remember the lyrics. Now imagine if behind my glasses I had the lyrics. Oh, I can sing you everything you want. And I have all the control information, and maybe if there's a message sent by the crew or whatever, or maybe there's information about what's on stage, I can have all this in a pair of glasses like this. Yo, that becomes super useful. So, and it reminds me of a video that I've seen, that when it becomes crazy, when all these, because listen, all these things, there's always a point when it becomes out of hand. There was somebody who did a video about virtual reality. There was this listen. What was the name of this? Augmented reality. There was I think this is the video. Yeah, it gets to a point where we arrive here. Let me show you this video that's on YouTube. It gets to this point where we arrive here, where you wake up and this is what you see: games, and everybody has like things in their eyes directly. And then when you walk somewhere, you have all your messages, right? And then let's say when this is you in the bus, and this is what you see. And then as you walk somewhere, this is what you see. All the publicity from everywhere that is directly in your eyes. And then when you go do your shopping, you have ads everywhere, bonus points, and like wherever you go, it becomes like this. And then if there's a bug, so look, when you are shopping, you have ads going everywhere. And then listen, when it becomes like this, if there's a bug, everybody's gonna go crazy. And listen, if you see how people are crazy now from the internet, imagine, listen, and all of a sudden you see people that are infecting you with a virus. You have to reset your identity. Oh shit. And now you lose all your points. And then you have to go back. Imagine plastic surgery, and like, look, everything is gone and done. Now you become crazy. You're like, oh my God, my world is normal. And then you go pray, and then boom, you're back again. Look at this. Go to the church, and then you're back. Let me give you the link to this video. It's amazing to watch. But that's if we start here, right, with what Apple is doing. Listen, I'm buying it, just for you to know. I'm not buying the first one, but just like the Apple Watch, I bought the Series 4. Number 1 was too clumsy, too early, but now I have the Series 4, and I'm about to upgrade it to Series 8 or Series 9 soon. And I had every iPhone, and I'm at iPhone 13, I guess, and I'm waiting for USB-C to go to iPhone 15. But if you look at what an iPhone can do now, an iPhone can do everything. I used to vlog with my cameras. Now I vlog with my iPhone. Like my camera, listen, everything that's in your iPhone, if you can give me all the power that I have on my iPhone, of the information and things I do, and put this in my eyes, I'm in. Listen, I'm in. And I know that then it can become that craziness that I showed you. But if I have something with my glasses, and maybe I have a ring that I have to put in one finger to control, like this, I can, like, I put a ring here, and from that ring I can just swipe it or whatever, do something, some gesture from the ring to control what's in my thing. And then I can, listen, if I have a WhatsApp message that I need to send to somebody, I can just type it from controlling my ring. Yo, this changes everything. This is like the new paradigm. Like, just when the iPhone came out, I remember having discussions with people who were telling me, yeah, but there's no keyboard. We need a real keyboard. That was actually what the guys from BlackBerry were saying. Yeah, we have a real keyboard. But the iPhone, the fact there was no keyboard was that when you don't need to use the keyboard, you can do something with it. The iPhone started, Instagram started, Listen, started everything. This revolution of now TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. This is the iPhone that started it. So if you have Apple that start this revolution now, it continues that revolution, because there was the Google Lens before. There's been other things, but not at that level, right? If you start at that level and now you have other people starting to go in as well, you give it 10 years and this becomes something that kids can have and cost like 500 and gets smaller and smaller. Trust me, you're going to start seeing people walking with that thing outside. Once you can have a battery that lasts like, these battery used to last like half of the day or less. Now you can listen, you can play some, listen, I can talk to Siri in here. What can I ask? Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 2:29.
Talking to a watch. Can you imagine? Like, you can play music, you can play podcasts. I can place a phone call from my watch. I can ask him like to take me somewhere. I can have the map of or I don't know if I can ask about my heartbeat, but I know I have the app to see it. Let me see. Hey Siri, what is my heartbeat? .74 BPM. A watch knows my oxygen air level, my oxygen level in my blood, etc., etc. Like, so now imagine you have the watch that is getting some information, but displaying that information here, and you have a ring that you can control or whatever, some ways. And people would say, yeah, nobody would go out like this because it's ridiculous, right? Listen, you guys don't know. You guys don't remember. Maybe some of you are too young. Some of you who if you are in your 40s, you remember how awkward it was when Bluetooth headphones started. The big ones, the Motorola ones. When Bluetooth phones started, I remember I was ashamed to talk to people because I was like, you got people who had Bluetooth headphones, they were talking to themselves outside. You don't imagine how weird it was like 20 years ago or 15 years ago. I don't remember when it started, but when you had the first Bluetooth headsets, it was big. I remember when I had my first Bluetooth headset, I was always looking if nobody was looking at me before using them, because I was ashamed of talking. I didn't want to look like a crazy person speaking to nobody. When today, everybody's like, my wife is always talking to her people, her friends, her cousins, on one earpiece. When you're speaking to her, you're always speaking to somebody else, because she's always with her thing. And sometimes you want to say something that you don't want other people. You have to ask her, are you on the phone? No, I'm not. Okay. Then you talk. But sometimes she's just there with people on the other ear. And me too. I have Body Salva on the phone all the time. My cousins and everybody now. It's normal to walk around speaking with other people. When I do my 5 kilometers, usually if I'm not listening to a podcast, I'm talking to somebody on headphones. I don't know where my headphones are, but they're small like this. The new AirPods, they're super small. And soon it's going to be something that's in your ear that nobody can see. And it's a computer in your ear. And I can ask Siri for stuff from my headphones. I can say, hey, play music, play my podcast, call my wife, call Body, call my mom, all this. Call my mom on WhatsApp. do this. Like, now imagine if, when you look at the power of AI, as AI is becoming more and more powerful, plus technology is doing all this, plus you have technology that is getting smaller, I could have all the information on of my show like this, and that would be super useful. Because if you have the technology like this, and you can downgrade it to a product like this with, listen, I just want information when I'm live on YouTube, to make sure that my stream is fine, and to see my comments, to see how many likes I have, and maybe be able to ban somebody without moving my fingers. If somebody's saying something stupid, just like locate it in my phones and just nuke him out of the channel. I'm in. And if I can as well download information as I'm speaking about a subject, download information to my brain, I'm in. Now the problem is, how do you know that the information is information coming from a good source in a world where you can't trust nobody? Ho ho. Ho ho. Ho ho. But there's a lot of people, again, there's a lot of people who are paralyzed and they can't move their bodies, but they can talk, and they can move their eyes. If you tell them, listen, I have this device, you put it, you plug yourself, and now you can go anywhere you want. And you can control everything with your eyes, so you don't even have to worry. Listen. Yes. You can watch movies, you can go. Listen, you can travel the world. You can go in adventures, you can go talk to other people, you can go to a virtual world where you have other people that you can talk to, that you can interact with, and you are all moving in a whole completely virtual world. And yeah, listen, yeah, it's gonna create some generations of people that never want to leave that world, just like in Ready Player One, or just like in that movie with Bruce Willis. Do you remember that movie? Let me see the trailer. What was the name of that movie? Bruce Willis clone movie. It was not Clones, but it was, there you go, Surrogates. Do you remember that movie? Surrogates. It's a movie where everybody lives in a box, and they control robots. Like, they have robots like these, and everybody has a versions of themselves and so nobody dies anymore. So everybody goes into a box like this, and they get online, and they have their robot, that their version of them. They have a version that comes out, and outside in the streets, there's only surrogates. And then I think people don't care about dying because nobody dies. I think the problem is, one person dies, somebody kill a surrogate, and he makes the owner dies. A great movie. And Bruce Willis is the only one who wants to go out with his real body, and everybody else. Listen, great movie, Surrogates. Let me put the trailer in the chat. But yeah, listen, if you are, for whatever reason, you can't move, or listen, you in a prison, and you're in a prison, or listen, you don't even need to be in a prison. You don't have the possibility to leave your home for whatever reason. Let's say quarantine. Remember the quarantines? Imagine, so you stuck at home for 6 months. Nobody can leave their home, but everybody has a headset, and everybody travel with their headset, and you can go to a virtual world where you got virtual people and everybody's free out there. You're gonna this is gonna start creating people who prefer living life inside of VR with their avatar because of the quality of this one. Because most of them, this exists for a long time, but the quality was not there. This has, like, for those people who tested it, frame rate, everything is perfect because it's an M2 computer. Listen, it's the same computer I have here that I pay for $5,000 or $4,000. The same chip from Apple, the M2. That's what is powering this, plus another computer, another chip just for the real-time element. So listen, they probably have things that they created for the cars that they're preparing. But imagine if now you can just get in your car and you can control everything from something like this while you're in your car. Or maybe you get in your car, you have instead of having a pare-brise, a glass, you have like a screen like this. And possibilities are endless, and possibilities can go this way or that way. But nevertheless, it's exciting for me.